right, 8th grade, I think I figured out how to make this work. So here we go. I'm going to run through the notebook page by page. So that way you can make sure you have all your notes. If you come across something that is missing, pause this video, write it all down, and make sure you have it, because you are taking your test next week. It will be either Wednesday or Thursday. So plan accordingly. If you don't have the notes, it's going to really stink to be you. So here we go. Okay, so make sure on page 43, should say plate tectonics essential question. This is what I'm testing you on, the formation of crustal features. Okay, 3 boundaries. Make sure you've got all these notes. Page 44. I'm going to turn her so you can see it better. Okay, there we are. Okay, label your 7 continents and your 5 oceans. Okay, then on the inside, this page took a little bit of time. These were the major and minor plates. Make sure they are colored, outlined, shaded in. Okay, now if you need to pause it here so you can do that. And then here, major tectonic plates. Label them. Okay, and these words match up with this. Okay, so here's this shot. Please pause it here if you have not written these down so you can write it all down. All right? Okay, I'm going to turn it. Here we are, 45 and 46. We've done some drawings. We've done, sorry, I can't really zoom in very much. There we go. That's about as best as I can get. So you can zoom it in on your screen when you pause it. All right, so pause it. Record all these notes if you've been gone the last few days. Make sure you have them all. Make sure you use the right colors. It'll help you find things. 47, we finished yesterday. Okay, we did Ring of Fire and Red just because fire, right? This is our crusty chart. Make sure you've got that all filled out. I know that these questions will show up in the lab, especially that last part about the rocks. Okay, all right, 49 and 50. We did this chart on 49. Okay, this was a lot of writing, right? This is a quick guide to finding things. Oh, I should underline this in green. There we go. Okay, so make sure you've got all of these notes down. I know some of us don't have these even included in our notebook yet, so it's your opportunity to fix that. Okay, page 50, the song. You guys should know that. Keep singing it. All right, so we left off on 51 and 52 yesterday. We were looking at the cards. Okay, so I'm going to run through them quickly with you. Okay, make sure your name is on the back. So the Great Rift Valley, we decided was divergent. This one here, the arrows are going away. So I'm going to shade in the 2 arrows red because that's our divergent color. All right, the order your pockets are on your page, it does not matter. As long as you have the right cards in them, it's going to be just fine. Okay, that's why I had you kind of color on it a little bit so you knew which one was going where. Okay, so this one's divergent. It's red. I'm going to put a little red star on it as well. Okay, so we have 2 cards for divergent so far. Okay. All right, the next one. Plates slide by each other. If you remember, that is transform. Transforms in green. Put a little green star on there. Okay, doing great. Next one. The San Andreas Fault in California is on this type of plate boundary. Again, transform. Okay, we looked at that big picture in our slideshow of the actual San Andreas Fault. You could see how it was a big giant crack running up California. Okay, all right, next one I've got is this one. Okay, now the arrows are coming together, opposite of this one, so that means convergent. So I'm gonna color it blue. Okay, the plates are coming together. It means they're colliding. Again, if I go too fast for you, pause it and then keep going. Okay, there's blue. All right. So, we just said colliding, and that's my next card. Plates that collide together. There we go. All right, my next one. The Himalayan mountains and Mount Everest can be found at this type of boundary. We know these are not volcanoes. These are folded mountains, and folded mountains are part of convergence. So I'm going to put a star right there. Okay. Next up, plates that divide apart. Okay, when plates divide, that's coming apart. That is divergent. And I've got one card left. Mid-ocean ridge and seafloor spreading happen at this type of boundary. Mid-ocean ridges, seafloor spreading, that is happening at divergent. Okay, so when I look at this, I ended up with 9 cards, which is right. And if you notice, my red one's divergent ended up with more. So I'm going to take a look at that, make sure you got all your cards right. Now I'm going to get them in the right pockets. Okay, I feel like the one that I'm missing, I think, didn't we have a blank card? You know what I'm missing, I realize now, is we don't have the plates with the arrows going up and down. So that's this guy, right? We're missing a card that does this. So I'm just going to add it. I think that's what we were supposed to do on that one random blank card that I said throw away. Let's just do that, and then it's fixed. Ta-da! Okay, so there's my transform. So just 2 cards in there for me. And then this one. Now you can use these cards. Someone can quiz you, kind of help you review for the test just so you're sharp. Okay? All right. I still want to wait on the plate pyramid. I want you to jump to the plate boundary flip book now. Again, going too fast, please pause. Okay, the flip book. All right, it's got my 3 colors still. Okay, I'm going to shade this in blue because this is what kind of boundary? And everybody shouts out, convergent, Miss Mackins. I say, good job, guys. You're so smart. Okay, there's convergent. Okay, so inside the convergent. We remember convergent from our song is convergent is colliding. If you have not memorized that song, I strongly suggest you do. Okay, and I'm going to draw some little mountains all along the bottom. Okay, there's our convergent. We have mountains. So my first note here is going to be forms mountains. Okay, specifically, some of these famous mountains that we have are the Indo-Australian. Remember this plate? Oh, this sounds very familiar. I feel like we wrote this a different way already. Plate collides with the Eurasian plate to form the Himalayas. Cascade Range is also formed that way, and that is those are all those volcanoes that are in Oregon, California, and Washington. All right, so while you're doing that one, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the next one, opposite, which is diverging. So if you need to pause this, write down and get caught up, because I know my hand's always in the way. I'm sorry, it's the left-handedness of me. Please pause, get caught up, and then we'll keep going. Okay, there is pulling away. Okay, that is divergent. Okay, divergent. Divergent means dividing. Okay, so when we have dividing on land, and you might have to write a little bit smaller for this one, guys. Okay, on land, it forms rift valleys. Specifically, the Great Rift Valley. I always think of, if you've seen Land Before Time, the first one, they were going to the Great Valley. But this one's in Africa. Okay, in the oceans, it forms, or does, I guess you could say, seafloor spreading. And that makes the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Okay, there you go. There's dividing. I'm just going to kind of scooch this up. And our final one, the transform. Okay, transform. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, that makes me mad. I'm going to rewrite it. Transform. I apologize. That's terrible. Sliding. Now my notes look like trash. Oh, that makes me mad. Okay, moving on. Transform. Transform is sliding. We are the plate boundaries. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, causes earthquakes. All the time. Not always big ones. Oh, shoot, there's the bell. Hold on, I'm going to pull this door closed. Okay. Causes earthquakes, and the most famous thing, San Andreas Fault. Okay, now, the only thing left that we have, you have a crossword and some homework, which you will do on your own before the test, and then we also have the pyramid. So I'm going to close this. If you need it longer, pause it. I'm going to flip back to the pyramid, okay? Can I pause this? No, I cannot. Hold on. You gotta go to the lab, I'm recording. Okay. Sorry, guys. Because I'm recording. Okay. The freshmen are coming in there now. All right, here we go. So on the pyramid, this is the last thing, and this is the only like tricky part, is getting this glued in. So I'm just going to start, since we just talked about transform, I'm going to start with transform. So shade in your little arrows, okay, in green, okay, and I'm just going to write 3 words that make me know this is transform. I'm going to write transform, obvious, right? Okay, then I'm going to write sliding, okay, followed by earthquakes. Okay, that's the first one. And I'm going to go ahead and just take a minute and fold this real quick on these dotted lines. Remember, with all of our notes, the dotted lines are for folding, okay? So this one folds, and this one folds, okay, like that. All right, so you see why I wanted to write on it first, because it's already trying to be a pyramid, okay? All right, and you can fold them back like on each other too. It doesn't matter. This one's next, divergent, arrows going away, okay? Make sure you're using your right colors, red, green, and blue. Okay, ooh, wake up. Okay, red, divergent. Okay, with divergent, that's dividing. Okay, important things with divergent. You have rift valleys, and you also have seafloor spreading. Okay, got it? All right, last but not least, our convergent. Coming together. Convergent is colliding. And I bet, since you guys are geniuses, you already know what we're going to write. Okay, we're going to start with the word convergent. Okay, and it means colliding. You sing the song? Let's sing it together. Convergent is colliding, divergent is dividing, transform is sliding, we are the plate boundaries. Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. Hey, I put them in the lab because I'm recording notes for the 8th grade. And then, so it makes mountains and subduction zones. Remember, subduction zones is where one plate goes under the other. All right. Trickiest thing now is folding this so it works. You need this little tab. Okay, so you're going to take this. You've got all your nice lines folded. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw how I did that. It just whoop, like this. Now, what makes it even easier is if you take the little tab, fold it up first, like this. Okay. So now, when I glue this, okay, I'm going to put the glue on the part that says paste this section. Now, this is the tricky part. I have no idea. In Mr. Matkins' room, I don't know where he keeps glue sticks. So, you guys know where they are? I have to use a piece of tape. I'm sorry, this is not the way I want to do things, but I can't pause this video. In case you're wondering, Ms. Matkins is not designed for online teaching. Okay. All right, there we go. So I just did a piece of tape. But you guys glue it, it'll stay better. Okay, now, to make this stay in your notebook, because obviously this little hat, which is fun, you can wear it like a hat. I've done that. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. See, I'll even show you. I'm upside down, but yay! Go ahead, get out of your system. All right, so now, right there, there's our pyramid. If you take it, like push the divergent one in, it'll fold like this, okay? Now look, it's just a sweet little triangle, okay? But now it's like a pop-up book. You can pop it out and you have your pyramid back, okay? Just like so. You can also do it on the blue side if you want. It doesn't make a difference, okay? So put glue all under here and glue it into your notebook. I'm actually going to tape it because, again, I don't know where Mr. Matkins keeps his glue. I'm sure you guys are yelling at me. It's over here. Okay, there we go. So that is the last thing. Okay, so you're going to do your lab next week, and then when you finish the lab, please make sure you complete page 56, use your notes, and this other page, 57. You guys got this. All right, good job.